All right, let's talk about Team Cloudspire. Team Cloudspire is the team with a very Tron-like aesthetic. They are originally from Kylum, which is the plane of the set Battlebond. Now, it makes a ton of sense for the plane that's all about sports and sporting events to be at this big race. But before we get more into it, let me preemptively justify their aesthetic. Hard light constructs, especially in weapons, are very common in Battlebond. You can see them in a whole lot of different pieces of art. It's clear Kylum has this kind of magitech. And not only that, they also have the sort of glowy line architecture aesthetic. So with that out of the way, Team Cloudspire is their symbol's that shield in the top corner. They came in Valor's flagship, which has traveled to about as many planes as the Weatherlight at this point. They were actually the winners last year, and so Chandra jumped ship from the Aether Rangers to join Team Cloudspire because she wants a better chance at winning. We see a sort of Evel Knievel stunt racer here. The foreshortening is exaggerated here in order to get that sort of racing aesthetic, common to like an anime like Redline. People have been screaming Mario at Daring Mechanic because of the blue shell in the set. And while it does look a little bit like Mario, remember, these are just overalls he's wearing. Mario is wearing overalls. He's a blue-collar worker from the 80s. I mean, is John Goodman Mario in the Speed Racer film? Culture yourselves. Anyway, yeah, their race vehicles are all motorcycles or three-wheelers, things like that. Cool, like Tron light wheel aesthetics and hard light. Very neat. This is very Tron right here, where they take a turn and they block someone off with their hard light and they crash. That is 100% Tron. But we mostly see the cool bikes. There are a few different ones here, like Adrenaline Jockey, which is Chef's Kiss name. Chandra, the card I pointed out before, is doing the Akira slide. If you don't know what that is, culture yourself. No, but it's like one of the most referenced scenes of all time. Akira was an anime from the 80s. It was a manga before that. It was one of the first anime to make it big in the United States. And it has a very infamous motorcycle scene. Probably one of the most referenced scenes in media. Chandra is co-captain with Koladin, who is like an old school veteran of the team, and he's got like Triumph magic where he enhances like the team capabilities. The announcer Vin is also from there. I'll get to him in a second. You might have missed it because it's close up in these, but the Spire mech cycle actually breaks off into a bunch of little like unicycle motorcycle things here. Koladin is just cool, man. Look at that. And then the plane's artwork is of a Team Cloudspire racer. One last thing, let's talk about Vinwixt Verbose Host. So Vin is actually from the mobile game Spellslingers, which ran for a couple years. I think it was canceled last year some point. But he's this guy up here. He is a Kylum homunculus who has like telepathic abilities that he amplifies using his microphone. That's what's going on here. No, he can't talk. What he's doing is projecting a voice magically. He's actually not the first video game original character to come over into Magic. Actually, Ral Zarek, Nissa, and Kiora all started as Duels of the Planeswalkers deck faces. Like, they were created to be the face of a deck in the Duels of the Planeswalkers games. And then they eventually made their way over to Magic proper. Some of them might have been co-developed, though, and it's a different situation than a completely, like, non-canonical or non-traditional Magic game having a character come over. That would be Vin for the first time. I love him. I'm so glad he showed up, that we got a MC in Magic. Anyway, that's the Cloudspire team. They're here because they're hard competitors, and this is a fun event for them. Also, I have been calling them Team Cloudspire a lot because of this flavor text, but they are technically the Cloudspire Racing Team, named after the city of Valor's Reach, which reaches up into the clouds. It is literally a spire in the clouds.